Good evening, you're watching AWANI Tonight with me, Farhana Sheikh. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has defended the government's move to mandate the wearing of jalur gemilang on school uniforms. He says other neighbouring countries have done the same, adding that it is an effective way to instill patriotism among the young.
Benda susah, bendera itu bagi percuma, dekat je lah. Ya? Banyak negara-negara jiran pun dah buat lama dah. Kita pun dah fikir, bincang, sana bincang. Buat je lah, supaya anak-anak itu daripada awal dididik untuk kasih juga kepada negara. Itu saja. Saya tidak fikir hal ini pun nak jadi bola mimpi panjang. Tengok negara lain, kalau jiran yang saya tahu, kan sudah lama amalkan. Jadi bila dicarangkan oleh Kementerian Pendidikan, cadangan sudah lama tertangguh, saya putuskan dan Jemaah Menteri setuju supaya dapat dilaksanakan segera dengan pemberian bendera secara percuma.
Yesterday, the Education Ministry announced it will provide each student with 2 jalur gemilang badges free of charge for the 2025-2026 school session. Effective April 21st, all students in educational institutions under the ministry must wear the badge on their uniforms. This applies to all government schools, government-aided schools, matriculation colleges, and teacher education institutes in Malaysia.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim reassures the public that 90% of Malaysians will not be affected by the rationalisation of the RON 95 fuel subsidy. He urges the people to not listen to rumours, adding that the changes would primarily target the wealthy and foreigners.
Apa kaedah yang akan diperkenalkan dalam isu rasionalisasi minyak non 95, janganlah dengar fitnah. Bulan puasa pun dah mungkin ya. Umpamanya kita naikkan elektrik, yang naik itu untuk golongan kaya saja. Begitu juga RON 95. Ya. Malah kita kaji apakah 85%, apakah 90%, tak payah. Tak dikenakan. Ya. Yang akan dikenakan siapa? Orang asing dan orang yang maha kaya lah. Kalau gaji dia pendapatan RM50,000 sebulan, bayar sikit.
Second Finance Minister Datuk Seri Amir Hamzah Azizan revealed yesterday that the government will announce the full details of the subsidy rationalisation for RON 95 in the second half of the year, potentially using the MyCard for implementation.
Malaysians in South Sudan have been urged to prioritise their safety and leave the country immediately. The Foreign Ministry says it is closely monitoring the escalating tensions that have pushed the East African nation to the brink of another civil war. In a statement, Wisma Putra advised Malaysians still in the country to make preparations to leave while commercial flights remain operational. A travel advisory strongly discouraging all travel to South Sudan has also been issued. It added that the High Commission of Malaysia in Nairobi, Kenya was maintaining contact with Malaysians through available channels. The ministry also confirmed that all 18 Malaysian police officers currently serving under the United Nations Police there were safe. Tensions have surged in recent weeks between First Vice President Riek Machar and his rival President Salva Kiir. On Thursday, Machar's party declared that his detention under house arrest had effectively collapsed the peace deal that ended South Sudan's civil war from 2013 to 2018. Overloaded heavy vehicles are taking a serious toll on Malaysia's roads, cutting their lifespan by up to 50%. Work Minister Datuk Seri Alexander Nantalingi says these violations are a key factor in road damage despite clear weight limits in place.
The Works and Transport Ministries are now working on stricter measures to tackle this long-standing issue. At a traffic monitoring session in Sungai Buloh, Nanta stressed that overloaded lorries are a major cause of road wear and tear. He warned that enforcement must be tightened to prevent further damage.
GWM Malaysia continues to strengthen its presence in the local automotive market, focusing on innovation, sustainability and fuel-efficient vehicles. Its Managing Director, Chu An Chi, said the company is expanding its model lineup enhancing after-sales support and growing its dealership network to better serve Malaysian consumers. The Haval H6 HEV has emerged as a popular choice among Malaysians for its fuel efficiency and performance. And with the government set to implement targeted subsidies for RON 95 petrol by mid-year, fuel-efficient vehicles are expected to become an increasingly attractive option for consumers.
The response is very positive. Malaysians appreciate our HEV, EV, and ICE vehicles options. And the Haval H6 HEV stands out as a benchmark in hybrid efficiency, delivering great performance and fuel savings.
The Haval H6 HEV recently proved its outstanding fuel efficiency in the Haval H6 Fuel Efficiency Challenge, covering an impressive 1,242 kilometers on a single tank.
In conjunction with the festival Raya celebration, GWM offers a series of exciting rewards for our models lineup through Raya Bersama GWM campaign to engage with local communities.
Customers will enjoy free 5 years maintenance with every booking of any GWM model at their nearest GWM dealer from today onwards. As GWM continues its expansion, the company remains dedicated to driving smart vehicle adoption and delivering innovative mobility solutions that align with evolving consumer needs. We'll go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Maggi Kari. Puasnya tiada ganti. Kerap menggaru kulit kepala disebabkan keluh mumur, masalahnya lebih mendalam. Gunalah Head & Shoulders menembusi 5 lapisan untuk membasmi keluh mumur dan kegatalan. Bebas keluh mumur sehingga 100%. Head & Shoulders diuji secara dermatologi. Dimasak seikhlas rasa. Air tangan insan istimewa. Masak bersama Harmoni Raya. Dapatkan resepi inspirasi di maggi.my.
Myanmar's junta has declared a state of emergency in 6 regions following a 7.7 magnitude earthquake in central Myanmar. The military has also made a rare request for international humanitarian aid. The epicenter was located about 17.2 kilometers from the city of Mandalay at a depth of 10 kilometers. The extent of the damage remains unclear, but search and rescue teams estimate the number of casualties to be in the hundreds. While the capital of Naypyidaw saw damage to religious shrines and homes, tremors were felt across most regions of Thailand and Yunnan in southwest China. In Bangkok, the midday tremor was followed by a 6.4 magnitude aftershock, prompting the capital to be declared a disaster area. The National Institute for Emergency Medicine said dozens of construction workers are trapped under rubble after a 30-story building that was under construction collapsed. At least 3 people have died in the capital. Authorities say they are still searching for casualties and monitoring for further aftershocks. Australia will head to the polls for a closely contested national election on May 3rd. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, whose Labour Party will be defending a small majority, made the announcement from Parliament House earlier today.
The 5-week campaign is expected to focus heavily on cost of living issues, with Labour fighting to avoid becoming the first single-term government to lose an election in nearly a century. While the party secured a majority in the 2022 election, recent opinion polls indicate a tight race with the opposition Liberal National Coalition. To form the next government, the winning party would likely have to work with independent MPs or minor parties, which attributed to a record share of the vote in the last election. During Albanese's tenure, interest rates were put up 12 times, post-pandemic inflation surged, and the housing crisis worsened, leaving many Australians feeling stretched. Key voter concerns are expected to include affordable housing, grocery prices, and access to healthcare.
Russian President Vladimir Putin suggests the establishment of an interim government in Ukraine, supported by the United Nations. He adds that under UN supervision, elections can be held to choose a new government that can then engage in peace talks with Russia.
Putin said Russia would be open to a peace treaty with the new government and would sign legitimate documents that he described as reliable and recognized worldwide. The proposal for a temporary administration appears to address Putin's long-held complaint that Ukraine's authorities lack legitimacy as a negotiating partner. This comes as President Volodymyr Zelensky remains in office beyond the end of his mandate in May 2024. In response, Zelensky's office accused Russia of trying to derail the path to peace.
For couples looking to tie the knot, wedding planning is often an overwhelming process, requiring careful consideration and long-term preparation. Marriott International's Market Vice President for Malaysia, George Vargas, shares more about the ultimate wedding planning journey at the Marriott Bonvoy Wedding Showcase.
Number one, it's the one-stop wedding planning experience show that we are hosting. Number two is we're bringing together 21 of our best hotels and resorts across 7 states to Kuala Lumpur. Right, all over Malaysia, they're coming here to Kuala Lumpur. Number three is we're working with a lot of exclusive wedding companies who are experts in the field of wedding planning from Malaysia and Singapore. And number four is we're so grateful this year. For the first time, we're working with a key sponsor, which is the Affin Bank Berhad. And finally, I think the most exciting of that all is when a couple buys or books a wedding with us, they're able to earn Marriott Bonvoy points. And the beauty of this is they're able to redeem these points against rooms and restaurants.
From multiple venues to expert guidance, the showcase offers an interactive experience, including a special feature just for brides.
All our events are exciting. So a couple of things. First, there'll be a bridal fashion show. Second, there'll be entertainment, there'll be music, a lot of food and drinks. And something that I'm actually looking forward to, and I've heard a lot about it, is this virtual try-ons for brides who are able to test with technology their bridal fitting. Right? You know the old days when you have to fit out your clothes. This is with technology, it's easier, and I was told this is an amazing experience for brides to test out and really see what kind of design they would prefer.
The Marriott Bonvoy Wedding Showcase will take place from April 26th to 27th at the Star Hill Atrium in Bukit Bintang, running from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Couples who book their wedding during the event stand a chance to win a sponsored wedding worth 150,000 ringgit, a 4-day 3-night stay at the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi, complete with business class flights, or 250,000 Marriott Bonvoy points. That wraps up AWANI tonight. Check out our web portal, keeping you informed on the critical events shaping our world, all in one place at international.astroawani.com. That's all for now. I'm Farhana Sheikh. Thank you for watching. Good night.